Hello everyone! Welcome to the third episode of On the Mic podcast. I am your host, Macaulay Tucker, and today we have a very special guest. We'll be interviewing the man, the myth, the legend, Voiceover Pete. How are you doing today, Pete?
A good day to you, Macaulay. Thanks for having me here. It's a real pleasure.
So today we'll be interviewing Pete briefly to learn about what he does. So first question, why did voice work and all this interest you?
I found myself in one of those positions after working in corporate life for a while, where a merger and acquisition came along, and when you get acquired by another company, you're kind of left at the dance without any music or a chair to sit in. So it was my son who gets all the credit and said, "Dad, you have a great voice. You've done all these presentations. Why don't you use that and try being a voiceover artist?" So I got on that platform, Fiverr, and started to become Voiceover Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked pretty good, but the money wasn't enough to pay all the bills.
Yeah.
So again, my son gets credit and says, "Well, Dad, you are great in front of people. Why don't you go ahead and do video spokesperson as well as voiceovers?"
Okay.
So when I added that to my Fiverr profile, I blew up, became a top-rated salesperson, and the rest is history.
Did you have this golden voice when you were younger?
The typical person like yourself, your voice is a little higher when you're younger, and as you get older, your voice deepens. I can't tell you why, but that's just the natural progression.
Wikipedia states that prior to your work on Fiverr, you were a corporate sales presenter. What did this look like?
I worked in the technology sector, in telecommunications and in IT solutions. So it just meant I worked for companies like MCI, Verizon, a few others, where I would describe it as helping people with the big pipes of the industry.
Okay.
So I worked with other telecommunication carriers, and we connected our network to theirs, and theirs to ours, and theirs to other places that they didn't go, but we did.
On Know Your Meme, it says that on September 6th, 2018, YouTuber Drip posted a since-deleted video by Instagram user at whizzle.mp4. The post features an unknown actor, you, stating the Fortnite character John Wick needs your help to escape Tilted Towers, and the watcher to provide their credit card information to help him with the process. Was this your first comedic commission?
Well, I got to tell you, first of all, being on Fiverr for about 5 years, and when I left, I had done, around 8,000 productions. So there may have been one or two previous. Probably the first one that comes to mind that I thought was kind of funny was a video. It's just simply called Chair. And the guy had me repeat chair about 50 times, 50 different ways. Chair, chair, chair. Chair, 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 chair. And it kind of did okay. The next bigger one that I remember is another unusual one called Jujan Jans. And that was done by a Brit. And that did okay. And then this young man came to me and said, "Hey, what about this script? I want to meme Fortnite." I looked at it and said, "Well, I'm not getting credit cards, so yeah, I'll go ahead and do it." Little did he know, or I know, that it was going to blow up and go viral.
Sudden rise to meme legend. How did it make you feel?
Overwhelmed. I mean it. Overwhelmed. Because when you do these things, especially thousands of times, you don't expect that kind of reaction, especially over something that, is... I wasn't a big game. I'm a gamer, and I have been gaming for a long time, but I didn't think it would ever catch with the community.
Okay. And also about gaming, like, have you always been into gaming, even before you became, like, I guess, a meme?
I tell the story of how'd you get started gaming. And way back when Xbox had an Xbox 360, the big game back then was Halo Combat Evolved. So I thought for Christmas I'd buy it for my sons, and we no sooner got on it, the three of us had a great time. And I was hooked from that moment on. I then said, let's have some LAN parties. I was cutting edge. So I put routers throughout the house. We had, LAN parties often, and it was just great. Something I continued to do with or without them.
Okay. As some people may know, you were banned from Fiverr.
Yeah.
When Fiverr banned you, what was going through your head? I know there's a video on YouTube. I'd watched it a few times. Was there any good that came from this, I guess, from this ban?
I was shocked, surprised, disappointed, overwhelmed. Couldn't believe it when my son interrupted me and said, Dad, you've been banned. And there I am in my studio recording my next video. And I said, what are you talking about? Yeah, Grande tweeted it. I was like, who's Grande? And how does he know? So since then, I still haven't heard from Fiverr. I wrote him several emails, tried to reach out to several people I had gotten to know over the years, and no call, no reply.
Do you think Epic Games was involved with it? Because I'm thinking maybe Epic Games was involved with Fiverr, and they can't really tell you why. I don't know.
Yeah, over the last since I left, I wondered about that too. And through the grapevine, some people that used to work there have since moved on to other companies, have told me off the record they had nothing to do with it. So to me, it was either, I think if I speculate, it was somebody in legal saying, oh my gosh, this guy is gaining huge popularity, asking for credit cards. What if they get sued? So all I can figure, it was a overreaction, first and foremost. And second, I learned legal has no sense of humor. There you go.
What is your goal for the future?
Honestly, in many respects, I've accomplished a lot of the goals I set out for in life, thankfully. I have a great wife, 2 great sons. So in many, I have a great home, live in a great place, nice, warm, sunny state. So in many respects, I feel good about my accomplishments in life. As far as the future goes, it's been just great fun waking up, gaming with people, doing some YouTube videos with people. I get to have my own website. People come to me and commission or place orders for me to do videos and voiceover work. I wake up one day and Mr. Flex Seal, Phil Swift himself, wants to do something together. Another day, PUBG. Who would have ever thought PUBG would like to do something together? So it's been kind of exciting, kind of waking up going, what's going to happen today? So, where do I see myself down the road? I think doing voiceovers, I can continue to do those for a number of years. And they're great, and they're enjoyable. The videos, if people want to game with me, I'm down, let's go. So I see this being able to do these things and collaborations going on for quite a while.
Yeah. I was on your channel, and I really didn't know much about it, but there's this sword that you had. What's the story behind that sword? Where did you get that sword? Just a brief story.
And it's in the early videos. My older son, the son who is in a number of the videos with me, his name's PJ. He upon graduation, I gave him that sword. It's a broadsword, much like you saw Mel Gibson use in Braveheart. So as we were doing some videos at the time, it kind of made sense to use the sword. And little did we know that it would create all sorts of interesting comments and fun. And finally, when I felt we had kind of used the sword up, to a point, it's time to put it away or retire it. I said, to PJ, since it was his sword, we we started this, it was a gift to you, but now I'd like to gift it to somebody else. I'd like to gift it to PewDiePie. And he thought that was a great idea. So we sent it off to PewDiePie, and he received it after, believe it or not, Customs had to inspect the sword. I couldn't believe it. They were a little worried. I guess they don't get broadswords sent through Customs very often, but they did, and they finally delivered it, and PewDiePie for a while had it there in his studio office.
Did you enjoy reading the whole Shrek script and the whole Bee Movie script? The entire thing?
Enjoyed both of those a lot. They were really rough on my voice,
Yes.
I will admit it. The Shrek video, the Bee video, I think I did Raiders a little bit. So they were a lot of fun. I'd like to maybe even do more, but I've decided it would be much more interesting for us to take the animation of these characters and then just put in our own voices and then upload that.
Okay.
I'd probably get a copy claim, but oh well.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that concludes this episode of On the Mic podcast. Big thanks to Voiceover Pete. All the places you can find him will be in the description below on both the YouTube video and the podcast itself. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.